You see how there's a slit like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just push it from the bottom, squeeze it. It's gonna get it going.
And action!
Basically what we're doing right here is we are hammering these rebar into the ground that we then bend the PVC pipe over, which will act as anchors for the PVC to hold to. And so what we found out, because our winds here are so strong, what we're going to end up having to do is drill holes through the PVC pipe, and then I'm going to take some bolts and we'll screw the bolts into the PVC pipe, and it will pin up against this rebar, and that will stop the PVC pipes from flying off. Because what happened with this last big windstorm that we got, dust storm, or last heavy winds that we just got, the PVC pipe ended up flying off, so that should prevent that. Oh yeah.
It's a baby worm.
Go show the camera.
Tickling me.
The amount of worms and life that, look at this earwig. More worms. Look, more worms. Roly polies.
But there's another worm.
Right here, we are putting the PVC pipe onto the rebar on one end, bending it over, making an arch to attach to the next rebar in this brick. We repeated it 2 more times, one in the middle and one on the other end, so that we have a total of 3 PVC pipe arches. This project was actually very cheap. PVC pipe isn't very expensive at all. You can get it at any hardware store. And once you add the netting, it protects your vegetables from any bugs and birds.
Yeah, down to the bottom of the brick. It needs to come under. What are you doing?
I'm recording you.
Oh.
Crazy.
Still getting used to this whole camera life thing. Right now I'm just wrapping this pole. I don't like to make things permanent until I've fully tested it out. So if I like this, I'll end up like screwing these in, or maybe even getting a T connector that goes right here. Cut this in half, put a T from there to there. I already know on the bottoms down here there's gonna need to be T's to make a post that goes around the sides, so we can clamp the bottom of the net shut instead of using these bricks. We'll ultimately end up ripping the net, but figure just let it run its course, give it a try, see how this works out, and if we like it, then I'll make it permanent.
The top railing acts as a stabilizer to keep everything up, especially the netting, and we're just tying it with some string to keep it stable. So these are the clamps that we're using for the net out there to hold the net onto the PVC pipe. They just come in a box like this and they look like this. This is the bug netting that we used. We will have all the information down in the description box where to get the clamps and where to get the netting down below so you can do it too.
One person can dig a hole
I'll use my hands.
here, and it doesn't have to be very deep
You're not gonna use your hands.
because
I found a worm.
we're gonna do one hole like this in front of here, okay? And then we're gonna do one hole here
In between them.
in between them. Correct. Okay? Try to keep it all even. Okay? And you're gonna dig a hole all the way down.
Look.
Yeah.
That's cool. There you go.
Yeah, that's actually smart. This is, I believe that's some type of chard. We'll pay attention to how quickly these ones grow compared to how these ones grow compared to the ones that were started directly from seed inside of the greenhouse.
They're all covered in this shade.
It normally takes a little bit longer for them to get going, from what I've noticed.
These ones?
Well, no, when you start from direct sow, so seed to ground,
No, you guys.
this is a transplant, okay? So this is a transplant. If we go from direct to sow,
Or direct sow?
direct sow, yeah. What did I say? Direct,
Direct to sow?
direct to sow,
How do
yeah.
you direct to sow?
These worms dig fast.
Yeah, so a direct sow, which is seed to ground,
One time I saw
Um,
a worm drop and its head got
it takes a little bit longer to get established,
It went like this.
but the growth is much better. It just seems like they grow stronger.
Direct to sow.
Yeah, direct sow, not direct.
Direct sow. See, now you got me saying.
Yes, the direct sow. So
So this one is called what?
this is a transplant. So yeah, right now we are transplanting
So you started it in a little starter.
pot. So the benefit of this is we got an earlier start, because imagine if we direct sowed out here and then we got that freeze, what would have happened to the seedlings? They would have died and we would have been set back, starting all over. So they were protected in the greenhouse during that freeze. So it wasn't that big of a deal that we got it. And really, the biggest benefit is, like, have we started seeds in like January inside of the greenhouse? But the problem was is we had our we had all our figs in there. But anyways, had we started in January, these seedlings would be, you know, as big as those ones over there. So that's the benefit to transplanting and getting your seeds started early. Look
I
at
found way more.
this is bone.
Look, Papa.
Yeah.
Bah.
Yeah, that's a huge worm.
It's a.
Yeah, from some
Whose bone is that?
probably chicken or duck we composted.
Come on, do worms have tiny legs?
No.
Yeah. Worms are snakes, but they're smaller and more jiggly. They have legs. We saw them those tries.
See these roots? How they're not, they aren't root bound. They're coming out themselves. They're ultimately gonna grow where they want to grow. It's amazing because you would think like this is a desert, right?
That's a big slice of worm.
And we have like worms as if like this is a forest.
Why is that?
Just because
Soil?
they just come up out of the earth. It's so crazy. It's just like amazing to me. I mean, they literally, like, that's why they're called earthworms.
I mean, there's one.
Like, they come up out, like, deep. There was, you gotta think about it. There was nothing here. It was dead bone, dead dry over here. And every single time I dig into the soil and just find out, I'm just like completely, look, eggs.
Eggs of what?
Worm eggs.
Can I see it?
Look.
Can I see it?
That's crazy.
You got it?
My road's done by.
No, don't need to hold it.
Gotta dig it. So, how about put it
Those
with
will
the
be
museum?
next to really get established, and then these will follow that one, and then these ones will be last. So we should be able to constantly rotate. So basically, once that bed is resting, we can start harvesting from this bed.
And then this.
Let this bed rest, and then
that
we
bed rest,
and then harvest from this one. Let that one rest a little bit more, and then go back to that one. And that way, we'll constantly be rotating the beds. I'm bringing them out because, like I said, they're getting stretchy.
Because it's not enough sun out in the greenhouse.
Not enough sun, yeah. So hopefully this will give them what they need. You see how there's a slit like that? Okay. Just push it from the bottom, squeeze it. It's gonna get it going. And then just turn it over and pull it out. Yeah, and then very gently, like I normally take my hand and then brace the bottom of it and then just plop it in. Okay?
Oh, this is scary, man.
Yeah, so you just gotta be confident and gentle.
Uh-oh, I lost one, babe.
It's fine. It's fine. Just that's why we have multiple inside of a. Make sure the roots have contact with the soil, but you don't want to, just apply some pressure. Make sure it's secure.
We continued transplanting the rest of the baby plants. We had a lot of Swiss chard and leafy greens here. And now it is time to feed our baby goat Valiente. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you had fun and learned something. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Mom, why can't we dive in?
Already.
You want